All right, let's dive into a really fascinating spiritual framework today. It comes from Kato, who's a really well-known author for his guides on awareness and personal growth. And his entire work really hinges on one single powerful question. What if you could actually wake up inside the dream of your own life and start making conscious choices? And this is that question right here. It's the one Kato wants us to really sit with. I mean, think about your life right now. Are you the one consciously making the moves? Or are you just sort of reacting, playing a role without even realizing you're supposed to be in control? This metaphor, thinking of life as a game or a dream, is the absolute foundation for everything we're about to cover.
So, okay, how do we even begin to wake up from this dream? Well, according to Kato, the main tool, the key, if you will, is meditation. But here's the thing. In this context, it's not just about relaxation or de-stressing. Nope. It's a key that's been specifically crafted to unlock a completely new level of awareness.
So what does Kato mean by meditation? He calls it the art of turning your attention inward. And the goal is not, I repeat, not to force your mind to go blank. That's kind of impossible, right? Instead, it's about becoming an inner witness. You just observe your thoughts and feelings as they pass by, without getting totally swept away by them. Now, to make this really practical, Kato gives us 5 core principles. It all starts with presence, just being right here in this moment. Then comes observation, which is watching your mind do its thing without judging it. Conscious breathing is your anchor. It's what connects your mind and body. Non-attachment is all about letting go of that need to control everything. And finally, intention, which means going into your practice with a clear purpose. But what's the ultimate point of all this? What's the end game? It's not just about feeling calm for 10 minutes. The real goal is to become lucid in the dream of life. It's about remembering that you are the player who's guiding the avatar, not just the avatar itself. And ultimately, it's about opening up a conscious link to what Kato calls a higher intelligence, this underlying conscious field that he believes reality springs from. And the result of practicing this consistently, well, it's not just a small tweak to your mood. We are talking about a profound, deeply personal transformation. Kato says this is where the real work gets done. You're not trying to change the world outside. You're fundamentally rewiring your relationship with yourself and your reality from the inside out. And the benefits you can feel are super clear. We're talking about mental clarity that just makes decisions feel easier, emotional balance where you actually understand your feelings instead of being controlled by them. This whole practice is designed to grow your inner peace, give you deeper self-knowledge, and forge a really powerful spiritual connection. So where does a journey like this even begin? It can feel kind of huge, right? Well, Kato gives us a very practical first step. You need to figure out where you are right now by testing your current level of lucidity. And the idea is super simple. You can't really know where you're going until you know where you are. This self-assessment test, it's not a final judgment or anything like that. It's more like a snapshot, a baseline that gives you a clear starting point for your own personal journey of awakening. Your test score will place you in one of 3 phases. So if you score under 25, it just means you're in the initial exploration phase, which is great. If you're between 26 and 40, you're already having moments of awareness, and now it's time to stabilize them. And a score over 40, that means you have a really solid foundation to truly step into that role as the conscious director of your life. Once you've got that baseline, the real journey begins with the very first guided meditation. Kato calls it passing the gate. It's a structured experience that walks you through everything, preparing your space, going into deep relaxation, a powerful visualization of passing through a gate of awakening, setting your own personal intention, and then bringing all that new awareness back into your daily life. Now, that first meditation isn't just a one-and-done thing. It's actually the launching point for a fully structured 8-week path. So let's take a quick look at the map for this whole journey. So here it is, the initiation map. You can see how the practice builds week by week. It all starts with awakening in week 1. Then you move to grounding your energy in week 2. By week 4, you're activating the observer, learning that powerful detachment we talked about. And this all builds up until week 7, when you start to assume the director's role, before finishing up in week 8 with a clearing of old energies. See? Each step is designed to build on the one before it. So, we've walked through the philosophy, the practice, and the path. Now let's get down to how you can take all this information and turn it into your own real personal experience. It really all comes down to this one question. Now that you've seen the framework, the choice is yours. Are you going to continue being a passive character in the story, or are you ready to become the conscious director of your own life script? I think this quote from Cato just perfectly captures the entire feeling of his method. Real change, it isn't something you force from the outside. It actually emerges from a place of deep inner stillness. The biggest, most profound transformations are truly born from inner silence. So, for anyone who's interested in going deeper with their own spiritual development, Cato offers a very structured path. This entire 8-week program we've been talking about, it's available through his Level 2 Patreon membership. That includes all the guided meditations, live sessions, exercises, the whole shebang. It's a complete toolkit for applying these ideas directly to your life. So, we'll just leave you with this final thought. If your life is a dream, what will you choose to dream next?